Hey guys, welcome back to Chart of the Week with Glassnode, where we run you through some of the most important charts in crypto. Now today we're going to be taking a closer look at the short-term holder MVRV. Now many of you guys will already be familiar with MVRV as it's pretty much an essential on-chain metric. But today we're going to be taking a closer look at the short-term holder version of this popular metric. Now, simply put, MVRV stands for market value to realized value. And this is the ratio of the current price to the average acquisition price. And short-term holders are those who've held their Bitcoin for less than 155 days. Now, currently, the short-term holder MVRV is sitting at 0.92, meaning short-term holders are holding at about an 8% unrealized loss on average. This matters because it shows us the profit and loss position of recent market entrants, which helps us gauge market sentiment and potential turning points. Now, if we zoom out for a second and we look at 2017, and specifically late 2017, looking at December, we can actually see the short-term holder MVRV go and peak right about 2.4, and the key level being above 2. Now, this metric will trend higher when fresh capital enters during bull runs and price rallies quickly, like it did, as we can see here, in late 2017 when it pushed above 2, which meant that short-term holders had doubled their money. Now, if we zoom out for a second and we look at 2018, we can actually see this trend. So we saw the high values of short-term holder MVRV above 2 in December 2017, and we can see the sudden capitulation going into January 2018. And we can actually see this value sustained a value below 1 for most of 2018, and this even continued into 2019. So it will do the opposite and trend lower when the market enters a bear phase and new buyers get caught at higher prices, which is exactly what happened here during 2018, as we can see, when it stayed below a value of 1 for extended periods. But this is a really good time for investors to accumulate. Now, we can also use this metric to gauge whether recent market participants are in profit or pain as market cycles change or evolve. Now, if we go look today at the current, if we look at the current short-term holder MVRV at 0.92, this is a level that shows that short-term holders are underwater, and we are in a declining trend from the 0.95 peak that we saw on the 5th and 6th of January. Now, the market recently tested the 0.85 level on the 15th of December. Following this recent volatility, we can see that the metric has pulled back from those early January highs, showing increased pressure on recent buyers. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what shall I look out for right now? So if this metric continues to go to around to a level between 0.8 and 0.85, it would signal increasing capitulation from recent buyers. But if it was to reverse and go to a value of above 1, that would signal renewed profitability for short-term holders, which would be more constructive. What we want to watch out for is this metric either breaking above 1 to confirm renewed bullish momentum or continuing to decline, which would suggest further pain for recent entrants. Thank you very much for listening to this most recent version of Chart of the Week. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.